What's going on, guys? It's TKD. Once again, back a video, and the Bespin DLC for Star Wars Battlefront just dropped about 2 days ago, and I grinded all night, all this morning, and I finally got my hands on the new blaster rifle, the EE-4. So it was not that hard to unlock. You just had to get, I think it was like 30 kills with the EE-3, the other rifle that's burst, and you had to, I believe, get 10 defensive events on the new game mode, which is, I forgot what it's called, but it's like 3 bomb sites, and you have to either arm them or defend them from being armed. And then you had to get 3 blaster rifle streaks, so which is definitely, you know, not a hard thing to do. It was pretty straightforward and very simple to get this weapon, which, you know, I commend EA for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I commend DICE for having these weapons and it, you know, not being where it's, you know, you have to open up supply drops or something crazy like that, where you can easily get these weapons, but it takes a little bit to actually get the weapons instead of it being just a handout. And so, you know, at first I really did have some hardship with this weapon, right? You know, I was not landing kills. I was still getting used to the weapon, you know, but then over time, I realized that this weapon is not good at range, right? I was trying to just use it at, you know, a long range, and it was just not working, right? So, you know, I figured out, you know, over time that this weapon is, you know, best for close engagements or medium engagements. Which is not to say that you can't use this at long range. It's just that it, you know, it's just not the best at long range because the bullets, or whatever you want to call it, they spread very quickly and very wide, you know what I'm saying? So it is very hard to be accurate at a distance with this weapon, but this is definitely, you know, the best used when it's at medium range or up close. And so eventually, after a few games with this weapon, I really did grow to actually like this weapon a lot. Like, it is, you know, a really good weapon once you get the hang of it, and it's very, you know, in the same vein as the EE-3, right? And that being more better at long range, this is kind of like a short range version of that same weapon, right? It's still a burst, and I feel that, you know, this EE-4, it definitely shoots faster and has a quicker time in between bursts, but it is also, you know, in that same vein to have it you know, be fair. It is weaker at long distances, you know, so that way you're not completely, you know, annihilating the other team, you know, really fast, because this weapon does fire seriously fast. So, you know, if they made this, you know, a weapon that was better at long range, I feel like that would, you know, lead to a lot of complications, you know, with this weapon and it being overpowered in a way. And also something that I didn't really like about the weapon, but I feel that it was to keep this weapon, you know, toned down from being too overpowered, was that I do wish that it had a little bit more room to fire before overheating, right? There were a lot of times when I would be trying to down an enemy, and then I would just almost take him down, but then I would have to, you know, wait for my EE-4 to cool down, right? So there were, you know, a lot of times with that, and I just feel like maybe that is a way to balance the weapon, or that was just me not having good aim, or, you know, something with that, or maybe it was the connection to the match, whatever it was, right? But there were a lot of times where I felt that, like, I just needed one more burst to down an enemy, but I didn't have that because I had to wait for it to cool down. So just keep that in mind. You know, this is definitely something that you want to use up close, right? You want to make sure that you get them down within the time before it has to cool down. And so basically that, you know, translates to this gun is, you know, well suited for medium to close range. But, you know, overall, I really do enjoy the EE-4. I'm definitely going to be using this a lot during these videos covering the Bespin DLC. And I feel like this is going to be a weapon that I'm going to be using, you know, way far out beyond this pack, right? I just really enjoy the feel of this weapon now that I've gotten a lot of time into it, and I have, you know, fully understood you know, how this weapon fits in the Battlefront, and I do feel like this is a very useful gun, right? Unlike there were, you know, some weapons, let's be honest, in Outer Rim that I just felt like, you know, were not good at all, right? Like the DT-12, I think it was. I definitely did not like that weapon. I just felt like, you know, it was a waste in a way, and I just feel like this one is definitely not a waste. It definitely fills a space in the weaponry of Star Wars Battlefront, you know, something that is accurate, high in damage, and good for mid and close range, right? That, you know, isn't really a thing in Battlefront, but, you know, this weapon definitely fills that need in the Star Wars weaponry. And so that was my review on the new EE-4. You can definitely download the new Bespin DLC pack and get your hands on the HUT contract to get this weapon. You know, just to reiterate, this is not a hard weapon to get. It's pretty simple, straightforward, and this weapon is very useful for medium to close range, and long range it does fall, you know, to a degree. And I mean, that's all I gotta say about the weapon. So let me know, guys, in the comments below if you guys try this weapon out. Do you guys like it? Do you guys enjoy it? Do you guys think 2 Chainz would use this weapon? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. And also in the description, all my media links are there. You can check them out, follow me, all that good stuff. And if you enjoy the content, leave a like on it, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be covering a lot more stuff on the Bespin DLC. You guys don't like Star Wars, so I'll definitely be, you know, checking out the other stuff in this DLC pack. So, you know, stick around if you guys want to see more content on that. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I got you.